Now, what's my whole point? Why am I talking to you about different skills that you can develop in order to make more money? Well, you can make more money, right? And if you can make more money and do something that you actually enjoy and do something that is interesting and that, I mean, it doesn't even have to take over your career, right? You can do a lot of those things in a freelance way and just make extra money and allow you to do more things within your current lifestyle, your current situation, your current career, right? You may not want to give up what you're currently doing. You just may want to make some extra income on the side. And how is this useful? Well, because many of us are in a situation, I mean, I'm thankful that I'm not and that we've worked through these particular parts of the financial action plan. But many people are in a situation where they're in debt. They don't have any savings. They don't have anything invested. They're behind, right? They don't have enough money to cover a $400 expense. They are behind and they need to get going, right? And maybe in their current job, in their current situation, they're just not making the headway they need to make. Or maybe they're in a current situation that is fine, but they really want to jumpstart their ability to do the right things financially. Well, developing a skill set that can allow you to go and make more money and can allow you to do a lot of new things that will bring in income and allow you to kickstart your budget, kickstart your debt repayment, kickstart your building of an emergency fund, or you're investing, or you're giving generously, whatever it may be, wherever you are in the financial action plan, more income doesn't hurt, right? More income helps. It is the biggest tool that we have to build long-term wealth, our income. And so if we can increase the income, then we can do a lot more. We have a lot more options, right? But we have to know that we are going to have a plan with the money that we make and do the correct things, because that's not easy. That is absolutely the hard part. But if you've already subscribed to the idea, right, of doing the plan, of working the financial action plan, or some type of financial plan that's going to get you to where you need to be, then yes, by all means, develop a skill set, do something that you can do at a relatively low cost and make some really good money. A lot of those things, I mean, you can learn to do SEO on YouTube, right? You can learn to do web design on YouTube. You can do all different types of things without spending a lot of money in learning or developing those particular skill sets. And in doing so, you can make some really, really good money and really kickstart yours and your family's financial freedom journey. So what I would suggest is that you sit down and you start writing down things that you're interested in, things that you like, right? Things that may help you to determine what kind of field you want to enter, or what type of side hustle or new career do you want to step into. And sit down and write those things down. Write down what you're good at. Write down your skills and your abilities and things like that. And then go to something like Indeed.com, and look for jobs that match those skills, right? Look for jobs that require skill sets that are similar to that, and say, okay, well, I can do all those things. Maybe that's something I should be interested in. And write down those particular fields, those particular types of jobs that you could be good at, that you could thrive in and make really good income in. And so you write those things down, and then actually, narrow it down to what you really want, what you really think would be interesting, what would be, a low barrier of entry to get into, and get started. Get started building that particular set of skills. Get started, getting the education that's needed maybe, or get started marketing yourself and trying to get out there and get the work that you need, because maybe you already have some of these skills and you're just not utilizing them. Maybe you have the ability to do web design and you just aren't doing it right now. Maybe you're really good at SEO and you're just not doing it right now. Maybe you can do any number of these things and you are just currently not doing it because you're just in a place where you're kind of stuck in a job or whatever it may be. And I don't want you to be there. I want you to be somewhere where you are enjoying what you're doing, and it will create motivation for you to really push in your financial life. It will create motivation to make more income, right? It will create motivation to work harder and get to a place where you're making a really good income and you can do a lot of things with that really, really nice income. Now, again, if you're perfectly content where you are, I'm not trying to push everybody into a side hustle. I'm not trying to push everybody to just do more work, right? That may not be a place that some of us are in. But if you are in a place, let's say, and this is one of the biggest ones, right? If you're trying to get out of debt, you need to do that quickly, right? You need to really put your head down and put every dollar that you can towards your debt repayment plan. You really need to get to work on paying off your debt. And something that really helps with debt payoff is more income. The more income you have, the quicker you can pay off your debts. And if you're in that place, it may be time to take some of these skills that you might already have and put those skills to work, right? You can put your skill set to work and do something that is meaningful, do something that is enjoyable, right? And still get things done financially that you need to get done. And I especially want to just encourage you guys who, may be in a place where you don't know what you want to do in life, right? You don't know what your career is going to be. You're kind of stuck. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe you're just out of college, don't have a job yet, or maybe just out of high school, don't have a job yet, and you don't really know what you're going to do. Well, you can look at the things that you're good at, and you can go find things that match the things that you're good at, right? Your skill set is valuable. Your skill set has value. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't need to refine that skill set or make that skill set better, because everybody needs to be making their skill sets better at all time. If you want to go be a software engineer, right? If you say, I don't really want a 4-year degree, but I really like, writing code, I want to be a software engineer. Well, that's a consistent learning process. So you may not like school, but if you don't want to consistently be learning and, learning how to, develop and learning how to do different things, on computers and writing code and things of the like, then you may not be successful in that field. Just because something doesn't require a degree doesn't mean it doesn't require education. You have to be consistently learning. And you have to, even if you have a skill set, you have to be continuing to refine that skill set, right? If you're currently doing a certain type of SEO and then there's something else that you need to take advantage of, or some other way that you need to be getting the search engine to pop something up or do, things change, right? That's my whole point. Things change. And if things change, then you need to be changing too. You need to be actively adapting to your surroundings, actively adapting to the things that are going on in the environment around you in order to be successful. And I want you to be successful in whatever career you choose. I want you to be successful doing work that you really enjoy doing. But remember that work, as meaningful as it may be, and we want it to be meaningful, right? What it's there to do is to provide us with an income that we can then use, right? That we can then budget, that we can then, spend on our bills and our groceries and our, lights, water, all these different types of things that we can spend on doing things with our family, that we can spend to invest, that we can give away, that we can do all of these different types of things with our income. And being able to live the financial life that you've always wanted to live is in part going to rely on whatever income you can bring in. And again, I am not pushing you to, be workaholics. I definitely don't want people to do that. I don't want you to be in a place where you're not happy. I want you to be happy and fulfilled in the work that you're doing. And I know that many of you aren't. I know that many of you are in a place that it's not enjoyable to go to work. It's not enjoyable to do the thing that you are currently doing. And I just want you to look at yourself in the mirror and look at the skills that you have, because you do have skills. I know you have skills. There are things within you that you are good at. And you can take those things that you're good at and monetize them and use that skill set in order to further your financial life. You'll be so thankful that you did.